Hey mate,
How you going?
good. Sorry, I just got a phone call from a customer. Then I was just doing emails on my computer, and everything just happened at once. Sorry.
Uh, don't worry. Story of my life.
Uh,
Fritter is about half of our customers, so I know what the life of a fritter is like,
yeah.
and I don't
Uh,
envy it. So
I'm just laying on my bed doing it all. One thing happens, and I was like, "Oh no, I need to get in this meeting real quick." Doesn't matter. All good.
all good. So I guess I'll run you through the platform. Before we get
Yeah.
into it, I usually like to just ask a few questions about
Yeah.
your business, where you are, major pain points, where you want to go, because I guess the product does a lot, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And it's all about where you start is never where you finish. We always try and isolate your major pain points now. And a big part of what our product does, especially for business like yourselves, if you guys are sort of starting out, you're at 10 to 15 orders, is you grow into the product. The bigger the business gets, the more of the system you use. So it's a choose your own adventure
Okay.
from that point of view. So I guess I would definitely, so correct me if I'm wrong, you're doing about 10 to 15 orders a day, give or take.
Yeah. Yeah. Around. Yeah. That's about right.
And then, standard Mondays and Fridays are busy. Everything in between
Yeah.
is a choose your own adventure.
Yeah. Hit or miss during in the middle of all that. That's it.
Yep. First, second sources, you
That's it.
know,
Right.
it just creates problems. And so every time, every less human interaction with data and the more things that can be automated, the better. All right. Well, look, I'll run you through it. Any questions or queries, feel free to stop, go explain that further. I'm going to try and keep it down to the core functionality for you today.
Please.
I'll highlight all of the other things that we do, but I look, sometimes your brain can hurt looking at this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like you're in it all day, every day.
100. Yeah.
So don't be shy. I'm recording this as well, so I'll send you the recording afterwards. I'll send you a proposal that has all the links to what we do, how we do it, and all of this sort of stuff. And yeah, don't be shy. Absorb as much as you can. Often we have 2 or 3 conversations, and then we'll go from there. So let's get into it. This one. All right. So what I think I do, look, I'll just very quickly, this is the dashboard. When you log into the platform, this gives you your high-level analytics each day. How many orders, gross profit, total orders, purchases for the day. Just gives you all your high-level numbers. But what I'm going to do is try and work in a straight line from a customer's order to you packing it, distributing it, and invoicing it. So customers have a couple of ways to order from you. So the platform comes standard with a web portal, which is what I'm showing you here, which would be used adding an order now button to your website, which would then open into this, right? Each customer has their own username and password.
Yeah.
And we use those so that we can control different pricing and product visibility. Now, some people have 5 pricing groups, some people have 1, but it's 2 people can log in and see the same set of products and prices, or 2 people can log in and see different products and pricing. It's really up to you. So they log in, you've got a notification banner up here, so you can talk about specials or shortages or anything you really want. Obviously, you can put products on specials. And then so you can have as few or as many categories running down the side. This is just a light demo account that I've got, so I haven't got everything in here. And so the way most people work is they use our pantry list, right? So you can obviously just log in and see all of your products or search in here. Type in tomatoes or Tom, and then it brings up all the tomatoes. But the way most people work generally is with the pantry list. So you see this star here.
Yeah.
Either you set it up or your customers set it up as they're ordering. They add their products to their pantry, so that when rather than going through your whole product list, they just open their pantry and go, yes, I need that. Yes, I'll get a box of those. No, I don't need that. Yes, I'll get some of those. Flick through it. And as you notice, as they add it in, they can add notes. Classic one is they like order Roma tomatoes and go gourmets, please. So again, all of these notes, anything they do follows through. You can see we've got live pricing here. You can choose to turn pricing on or off.
So you can give them the option of not actually, okay, I like that, yeah.
Look, I would say 9 out of 10 clients turn pricing on. Fruit and veg is always market prices. This is a guide, right? 9 out of 10 will be exactly the same, but if something skyrockets or something falls, like it's a two-way street. Not everything gets more expensive. Sometimes it gets cheaper.
That's right.
So you work through that side of things. So they've got their pantry. They order what they need. They click checkout. Again, they can add notes. Now, the delivery days are always set up by you. So if you deliver 7 days, they can order 7 days. If you deliver Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they will only see Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
And again, you can do that by all customers or one at a time. PO number if they need it. They can add, other notes like early delivery, please, before 9 a.m. if possible. Standard stuff. Read it wrong. I haven't got payment set up. You can either just let people pay by EFT like you usually do, or you can force them to put a credit card in at checkout.
I've got a question on that. So, they've got the bank transfer, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to the credit card, is there a credit card fee that on my behalf I'm having to pay? Because I know a couple others make you pay for their credit card fee.
So that's again a choose your own adventure, right?
Okay.
So you can either choose to absorb the credit card surcharge, or you can choose to pass it on, customer by customer, right? I generally recommend to everyone pass it on until they complain. Most people, it's just a cost of doing business. But if they complain, I also think that 1.5%, 2.5% for getting your money now is good, is cheap. So, and where this is really good is if you go and see a new customer, right? You might get them to fill out a credit application. You can start ordering now, but until I get your credit sorted out, you just need to put a card in.
Okay.
Right? So really common. And look, our payments as a share of growth is going huge because a lot of small businesses, a lot of restaurants and cafes prefer to just pay as they go rather than having a debt mount up that they have to manage.
100%.
So you can force people in, you can encourage people in. We do a lot of stuff around payments. You can do promo codes if you use them or need them. Again, it can be an incentive. Some people use it, go see a new customer, go, mate, I'll give you $50 off your first order or your first 3 orders. Those sorts of incentives to get them ordering online. And then you see we always try and upsell them some specials at the end if you run specials from time to time. If they're happy, they can always forward order and these sorts of things, but we'll just order it for today. They place their order and it's in. So they've got a copy of their order. You've got a copy of their order as well. So on the custom side as well, what's really good is they can always go to their orders. So I don't know if you get the conversation, I need a copy of this invoice, a copy of that invoice.
All the time.
It's all available to them. Oh, mate, if you need a copy of your last 3 invoices, it's sitting here on the app for you to just open them up, download them, email them to yourself, whatever it may be. And we tell them outstanding payments and that sort of stuff as well. So if anyone's gotten too far back, you can go, mate, I'm not delivering your stock till you log on and pay. So they can always then just go straight into here. This is how much they owe. Pay now. Bang. You get your money. But outside of that, that's pretty much the ordering portal. And again, the system comes with a web portal. If you want, we can build you a branded app. Huge part of our business, branded apps, but at 10 to 15 orders, if you want to spend another $3.5 grand on an app, go for it. I don't know if you need it.
How much? It wouldn't honestly, it wouldn't be now, but an app is somewhere I would go later on down the track. Like, 100%. What is we can probably talk about this at the end, but the pricing of an app.
Yeah, an app's just another $3,500.
Okay.
And then $75 a month for us to maintain it. So, because all of our apps we have to keep updating as Google and Android update. And then you've got your own app.
No,
but it's definitely not. Plenty of our smaller customers, and some people start with a web portal and wait, because this works on a phone still. It's still a mobile responsive app.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they can go to your website, order now. It still works beautifully on a phone, just like an app. It's just not as fast, and people like apps. Because
I've noticed a few that have just the web portal. last week I was talking to Fresh. Do you know Fresho?
Yep.
I was talking to them, and it just kept freezing and free. And I was like, I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, like just come on. But I've noticed with your one, like it seems very smooth, like an app, and I'm loving what I'm seeing at the moment. So yeah,
Look, apps are always faster because we can cache
of
data
course,
on your
yeah,
local device, right? As opposed to it calling it always from the server, it
yeah,
only needs to update from the server. So apps are just faster. It's not a debate.
like yeah,
Web portals still work well, and like
yeah,
Fresho, it still works on a phone.
yeah,
But when you get to scale, it's great. Like we do tablet apps for a lot of our guys that supply supermarkets, do custom different bits and pieces. But at your volume, it's really up to you. But I wouldn't be
yeah,
racing to tell you need an app. That's
okay,
your, that's an optional add-on.
yeah,
All right. So customer portal, we'll go back to the dashboard. All of this stuff down the left, most of it won't be relevant to you, and you can turn it on and off. Where you're basically going to live is your orders page.
yeah,
So your orders come in, tags you with, the dates and all of these sorts of things. But the beauty is you come in of a morning, no data entry. You can just hit print packing slips, and then the system will just print out your packing slips ready to go. We do digital packing on phones and iPads. That's huge for a lot of our larger clients. And if you're packing your orders, you may prefer to use the Pack app because then you don't have to write down on a piece of paper and then update. You're just doing it all in one place. But here are your orders ready to go, and you just put your random weights if there are any down the side.
yeah,
So the orders are in here. Here's the one that I placed before. And you can see here on the roamers, it's all just, whether it's a kilo or a box, it all sort of links in together.
yeah,
So generally you'd come in the morning, move your orders to pick pack, because that's you knowing what orders you've printed, just in case someone slips in a late order or you've got forward orders. You select your date and then your delivery runs. Because how many, you just running the one truck or two?
two.
So you would get your runs set up. So I'll show you deliveries really quickly. So this is your deliveries for today, and it shows you all your customers on a map.
Oh wow,
So
okay.
you can drag and drop your delivery order around each day. But what you generally do is you set up each of your runs. So you can see I've got everyone on one run. You can have early, mid, however it works. And the system will always reset back to this each day in your drop order. And then each day, because sometimes you get 10 orders and 8 of them are on one truck and 2 are on the other, you're obviously going to split them out. And so this is where you can then go, I'll move that one to the mid one, that one to the mid one. And I'm actually going to go to this one first, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because what we want to do is when we print your pick slips, we want to print them in reverse order for you. We want your last drop to be the first one you pack, and your first drop to be the last one you pack.
That's exactly
so that when
right.
you're packing out your pallet or your van, it's all in order as opposed to, working all of that out. So our whole thing is data goes in once, you get your settings right, and then the system just does that because you work such ridiculous hours, tired in the morning. The system helps with just eat, sleep, rave, repeat, depending on day to day. So we've got our orders in. We know what we need. Now, do you guys carry any stock or do you just buy on demand?
If I get good deals on stock, yeah, I do carry, like I do buy extra stock.
Yep.
So yeah.
So what, hard lines, that sort of stuff?
Yeah, pretty much. Like if I get a good deal on tomatoes, I buy the pallet or half the pallet, like whatever they've got. So yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. So obviously we have amazing inventory, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is your day, once your orders are in, if you go here and you go create buy list, right? So you're generally doing it day for day. And then it automatically calculates what you need to buy. So you see here, Acilium, you've got 13 units ordered. You've got 0 stock on hand. You don't have a par level. You need to buy 13. It defaults to who you usually buy it off, but you can have as few or as many agents in here and go, no, I'm going to buy it off these guys today.
Yeah.
And then you can see here on the Greek basil, I've got 10 ordered. 5 stock on hand and 17 par. Meaning, so a par level is you saying, I want to hold some.
Yeah.
When the day finishes, you've got 17 left. But it's basically done the maths. Here's a better one where you've got 10 ordered, 5 stock on hand, means you need to buy 5.
Okay.
So from here, everyone's different. Some people just use this list and adjust their prices as they're going around. Others, you can just go create, select all, populate these purchase orders, and now it has turned everything you need into a purchase order.
Okay, well.
Ready for all of your agents, and then you go bang, place order, and you can email and SMS it to them all.
And does that also, if I wanted it like printed so I can go around, because sometimes I do that, like obviously a different way, but is there a way to print it off so if I go around to those agents, I can look at the stock that I'm buying, then give them the order? If that makes sense?
Yeah. So what people usually do is they have an agent called market buyer, which is you, right?
Yeah.
Certain lines you buy off the same people. You know, lettuce and certain things, you're not shopping. You always get it off this person or that person.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Anything that you always order off the same person, you have defaulted to that agent. You send out your purchase orders.
Okay.
Then you, as the market buyer, end up with your own shopping list, right?
Yeah.
And you can either do it on paper or you can do it on an iPad. I'm sure you see plenty of guys going around on their iPads doing
all the time.
And so it's really up to you. And I'm a big believer in change as little to begin with.
Yeah.
And then use more and more. So if you prefer, if you're used to paper, right, you can see here, print PDF.
Okay.
You can print it. You can just store it as a PDF on your tablet or print out the paper on your phone at any point. That's what a purchase orders can look like anything. So
good, yeah.
It's really up to you. Some people even just go into the buy list here and just print that, right? Because if we don't assign an agent for it, then this is everything you need to buy and who you're planning on buying it off.
Oh, okay, yeah. I like that as well.
It's just designed to be as simple or as complex as you want it. So all of our bigger guys, you know, have someone at their warehouse that receives all of the goods in.
Yeah.
They count the goods in because you've got your 3 pending orders here. Perfection Fest, as the order comes, you go, I ordered 1, I got 1. Great. This is where, if you want, you can lift your purchase price. So it's gone from 35 to 40, and then it'll lift all of your prices with it, or fall all of your prices with it.
Okay, yeah, wow.
And then you put your supplier invoice number in here, which usually comes, 6, 7, 8 in the morning, because a lot of people receive the goods in and do pricing later, because a lot of the agents don't give you your final invoice till 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the morning. So that is again a choose your own adventure. I won't show you here, but we can track equipment or your CHEP pallets, Loscam pallets, bins. Probably not a huge problem for you at the moment, but if you ever get there, we can. But then once you receive your stock in, you've got all your orders in automatically. You know what you need to purchase. And when you do want to buy a pallet instead of 4 or 10 boxes or a half layer, the system does the maths for you tomorrow. It knows that you've got half a pallet left over. So it tells you either don't need to order it or you might only need a box.
Okay.
So it's doing all of that maths for you. And then you can always do a stock take at any point to check, what most people do a stock take every few days, once a week, often on a Friday or a Monday to make sure, you might have a rest on a Sunday, you come in on a Monday, check if anything's gone bad, soft herbs and that sort of stuff. You might need to waste a few of those off. And then the system picks it up and goes from there. So any questions on purchasing or sort of orders in, orders out?
No, it seems pretty upfront at the moment, so we can continue. Seems good, yeah.
All right, I'll show you our pricing page now. So pricing can be as simple or as complex as you want it to be.
Okay.
So you can see here, I got a purchase price of $3, a sale price of $5, a purchase price of $36, a sale price of $40. I change these purchase prices. It doesn't change the sell price because these are fixed prices.
Yeah.
Until you change the sell price, it doesn't change. But you can see here I've got an amount markup. I'm saying I want to make $5 a punnet. So if I change this to 40, it changes the customer's price to 45. Or if I change it to 100, it changes it to 105. So you can just say I always want to make $10 a box on tomatoes. It'll just breathe like a lung.
Yeah.
Some people prefer percentages. I always want to make 35%, right? So again, it's at $100, so it's 135. You drop it to 50, it drops to 67.50.
Okay.
And so you assign a customer a pricing group. You can have one pricing group, or you can have as many as you want. It's really up to you. And so we have group pricing, and then we have contract pricing. So you've only got 10 to 15 clients. You might only have one or two groups of pricing.
Yeah.
But then you go and do a deal with a cafe, and you go, all right, I'll do avocados at $30 a tray,
Yeah.
and boxes of mesclun and spinach at $25.
Yeah.
Rather than creating a whole new pricing group, you just do a contract price for them. So you go, Felix.
Thing I was going to ask you about this. Yeah.
So that you don't have a whole new group. You've just got a product that you're doing, and it might be, we'll go Apple Pink Ladies. It might be forever. You're going to charge them $80 or, $10 a kilo. Or you might go, I'll do it for a month or 3 months. The system will, as soon as that expires, will drop them back to that group price.
Okay.
Or you can just leave it running for as long as you want. You can do a special for one person. Only this person sees that special.
Good.
But it's all pricing is something we do really, really well. And early days, simplicity. Like, do you price all your customers the same? Or
so all like the customers we get, all our current customers, yeah. But when we do get a new customer, their price is very much different to what our current customers are.
Yep.
So, like, if I get a new customer tomorrow, for example, and I'm charging everyone $50 on tomatoes, I'm not going to be charging them 50. I'm probably going to be charging them 40 to 45, depending on what they cost me, just to bring them in, settle them in. Then I'll eventually, it could be a month after, 6 weeks, whatever it is. Then I'll just ease them into what everyone else is roughly getting charged.
Yeah, and that's really common where people have normal pricing or standard and then go new customer pricing, right?
Yeah.
And then we even have things like within the client themselves, you can go, really classic one is I'll give you a 5% discount off every invoice, but then you put them into a category that lifts the price by 10. There's lots of ways in which you can manage your pricing here really simply. But new customers is a classic one, has a discount rate against it, and then you peel it off at a later date. But so you can have as few or as many clients. Really simple. You can control their logins and usernames and passwords. So if they forget them or lose them, you just here's a new password, dickhead.
And they'll be doing that all the time.
Correct. Even though they can recover and reset their own passwords, it somehow becomes Sam's problem.
Yeah.
And that's a big difference between us and Fresho. So Fresho's a marketplace.
Yeah.
You don't own your customers. You don't own your data. If they need to reset their password, they need to contact Fresho, not you. Whereas here, you just basically create them a username, which can be anything, and then either generate their password, or I usually write them easy passwords that's easy for them to remember. This is all really straightforward. You don't deal with the SMCS for any of your clients, so that's not relevant. You can segment your customers for reporting if you want further down the line. Contact details. So as I was saying with delivery settings, so all of our settings down the bottom left are what we call global settings.
Yeah.
So you set your settings to hopefully capture as many people. So the best example would be like a delivery settings. If most people get orders Monday to Saturday, that's your global setting, but then you override it and you can customize it against every customer.
Okay.
So delivery fees is a classic one. So we do delivery fees and fuel surcharges as well, because that's big at the moment. So a lot of people will put a big dirty delivery fee, but then have a delivery fee waiver amount. So all orders over 150, free delivery.
Yeah.
Anything under, I'm charging you $30. And very quickly, no one orders $149 because at checkout it tells them You only need to spend $4 more to get free
Oh,
delivery.
good. Because we've told a
Um,
lot of customers that they think they're smart asses. They'll order the bare minimal. It'll be like $30 worth, and they'll do it like 3 or 4 times during the week. And then by the time you add it up, it's like, hold on, it's like this isn't worth to go do this customer. So then you need that in a way now, which I like, because in that way it stops them from ordering, being dickheads and ordering small amounts when then they go back to ordering their 2 to 3 times a week at a better price.
Yeah. Well, and like, so we've got minimum order amount that doesn't allow them to complete an order.
Yeah.
I don't like it, right? Because people want to place a $30 order.
Mm.
You don't want them not to be able to check out. I love a big, dirty delivery fee that makes them go, do I really need this stuff?
Yeah.
Right. And if I do, that's fine. But they pay you for the privilege of it. And people sort that out themselves.
And would you say that's a common thing for a lot of the bigger companies to put a delivery fee like that on? Or
massive. Almost everyone. Very few lock out, put a minimum order amount in.
Yep.
I would say 95% of customers at a minimum have 100. Now it's 150. Almost everyone's lifting it from 150 to even 200 in order to get a free delivery. Because what we do as well, I do a lot of consulting for food service businesses. Yeah. And I can tell you that the average cost to pack an order is $15, and the average delivery cost is about $15. Depending on the geography, but averages, right, affect that basically every order is going to cost you about $30 to pack and deliver. Then you've got how long are you waiting for your money? These sorts of things as well. So you can customize your different delivery settings. And a lot of people now are restricting people's delivery days because they're going, I'm only going out west, or I'm only going over the Harbour Bridge 3 days a week because by the time I pay fuel and tolls. So you only get orders on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Oh, good. Okay.
So there's lots of options for you on that. Click and collect, I don't imagine is relevant to you.
No.
But it's there. And then we've got our payment settings. So payment settings, again, globally, most of your customers might be, 14 days, something like that.
Yeah.
And then you can customize it, 30 days, 0 days. We've got a credit limit. So at $1,000 or $10,000, they can place an order, but you as the owner have to decide to take them on or off credit hold and whether you can deliver it and those sorts of things. The same as, so this is the transaction fee payer. Who's paying the credit card surcharge, the client or the warehouse? So you can choose customer by customer whether you pay for it or they pay for it.
Okay, good.
And then, whether you allow them to pay offline and that sort of stuff. Then we have permanent delivery notes. So that is deliver to rear laneway, blue door, whatever it may be, so that if you're not doing the delivery run for the day and another driver is, any of those notes are always on the packing slip, the invoice, the manifest, any of those notes that are just rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And then the same as packing notes. It might be always give them old stock, always give them new stock. No polystyrene is a really common one with a lot of people now. A lot of venues are green and don't want, because they have to throw the polystyrene in the bin. So, all of those sorts of things. Any of those notes that are permanent, do them here. You've got an infinite amount of invoice PDF templates. I don't think, you can make it look however the hell you want. Is the log. Every customer can have a different looking invoice if you want. I don't recommend that, but if sometimes customers want SKUs, others don't. Others want this, want that. You can make them sort of look however you want. Billing details, so you can store customers' credit cards or BSB and details in here securely. Once you put them in, you can't get them back out. You can charge against their credit card or their direct deposit, but they're stored securely. I don't know whether you guys have the dirty black book, as I always call it. Has people's credit card numbers and things written down, and once a week someone charges against them. But this automates, digitizes it, and makes it secure for you. Venues, probably not relevant to you, but it's, a group has 6 venues or 6 drop sites if you're doing stadiums and this sort of stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Notes, just you can leave notes against customer account, chased up for payment, whatever it may be. Communication, so everything you send off the platform, invoices, order confirmations, payment details, it's all logged in here, so you know what customers have and haven't gotten. And then you can control product visibility and stuff like that from here. And how I showed you that customer pantry list? You can add and remove products to customers' pantry lists as well.
If there's an item not available on that day, when they put the order in, I can remove it.
Yeah, 100%. I've got a lot better tools than you. This is just their favorites that you can add or remove to. A lot of customers are cheeky and add things. Say, if you do eggs and only half of your customers buy eggs, you just go in and put eggs into the pantry of everyone else.
Okay, yeah.
So you can sort of improve what they do and don't see.
Yeah.
When it comes to not available, this is what we use. This is product allocation, one of my favorite tools. Okay. So rather than if you've got something that's not available, we'll use Pink Ladies as the example, even though that doesn't really happen. Rather than having to work out whose orders are they on, you just go in here and it tells you everyone that's ordered them. And then you can go back order, substitute, not available. So not available deliberately leaves it on their invoice, but zeroes it out and says not available. So rather than you writing notes, or rather than it just disappearing off the invoice and calling, Sam, you didn't deliver my Pink Ladies. No, they were not available.
That's a common thing, and that's a cool tool to have on there. So yeah.
So we try and make communicating with your customers as easy as possible.
Yeah.
And because even on a day like today, you might have 4 boxes of Pink Ladies available, right? But the angry chef might be your most important customer. So you're going to give them all to him and make them not available for the other people. Or you might go, mate, I know you only need 2 boxes today. I'll get you the other 2 tomorrow, and then you leave it for these guys. So you can sort of allocate, if stock gets tight, who gets it and who doesn't, without having to open and close 10 or 15 orders.
Okay,
from the one place. And you can obviously change prices from here and do lots of things as well. Do you have any customers that send you PDF, like emails from an ordering system?
No, not really. They don't.
That's fine. If you ever get corporate customers, that use Cooking the Books or their own procurement software, we can suck those orders in automatically.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
But I wouldn't bother if you're not using it. I'll show you really quickly accounts and invoices. So this is sort of like we take information from zero, who's paid, who hasn't. Any payment we take on the credit card or direct debit, we'll close the payments in here, and then you close them in zero. Any payments that people make via the usual means, zero tells us when they're paid. So, you can see who's overdue, how much they owe you, all of those sorts of things. And this is where you can then email, guys, pay my invoices, please. And rather than emailing each customer, it does it for you.
Oh, cool.
So we do statements, all of that sort of stuff, that all you have to do is invoice people, and then every Friday or every Monday, whenever you want your statements to go out, they just go out.
Okay, cool.
It's really simple. We obviously do credit notes and all of those sorts of things as well. Just having a think. Look, I didn't show you. Obviously, when they're in pick pack, I've got digital packing turned on, but I won't show you that today. But, all you're then going through, none of these are random weighted products. Oh, here we go. Tomatoes are, you might go, it's 1.35. So you just adjust your random weights once they put their order in, and that's your invoicing done.
Okay. Well, you're right.
So, and then again, everything we try and do is bulk actions. So you just go print your invoices, because you still deliver paper invoices with stuff. This is here. And bang, all your invoices are done.
And that just automatically prints out?
Yeah.
Okay. And does that automatically get sent to them via email as well?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So probably only about 4 or 5 customers don't even send invoices anymore, right? 20 cents a page. You're sick of it? You've got a digital copy on your email. You've got a digital copy on the app. You've got it. I'm not delivering paper with everyone. Fruit and veg doesn't work as well because people want to check it off.
That's right.
But again, plenty of people do that because like our drivers app shows you the order that you're signing for and this sort of stuff. But I don't think you need the drivers app. If you ever do need PODs, we'll look at it down the track.
Yeah.
Then you see live driver, you see where all your trucks are on the road, so that when someone calls and goes, Sam, where's my bloody order? Rather than you texting your driver, you can look on the map here, and you'll see a little blue truck and go, mate, he's 5 minutes from your place. You're the next drop, or whatever it may be.
Okay, yeah, well.
Again, future want and need. And then, look, I will reports go for days, right? You can if there is a report that we haven't built, we'll build it for you, but they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Gross profit, what wastage, all of this sort of stuff. We can give you the real optics over your business. You grow into these sorts of things, but even just being able to see live your gross profit from day to day is really handy. And even on the orders tab, you'll see here, I'm going to turn it on. We can show you the gross profit on every order as it comes through, which is really handy to go, oh shit, I haven't changed the price. How is my GP minus? Oh, because I did a deal on him for tomatoes at $20 a box and they're now $80 a box. So we've got all those sort of catch points there for you. And the one thing I obviously didn't show you is obviously you can enter your own orders, right? New order, select your customer, select your delivery date, and then, have enter, or you can just click through, add notes, keep adding your products. It'll always pull what's in their pantry or their favorites to the top.
Yeah.
If you need to enter your own orders.
That's just me manually doing it for them. So if they send it via text, I just go in here and manually do it.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And then, all your comments and all of that sort of stuff. But I really, dude, you got 10, 15 orders. I reckon you can get to 100% online orders. But I have businesses doing 400 orders a day, getting like 380, 400, like most nights, almost all of them are online. It's just, people are used to it. It's faster than texting, right? In no world is it quicker to text than it is to just go in and go boom, or you'd go straight into your pantry list and go, yes, no, yes, yes, no. Because what it helps with is it stops the chefs forgetting what they're meant to order.
That's right.
Because everything that's on their menu is in here, and rather than going at 9 a.m, Sam, can you get me 4 boxes of spinach? Mate, the markets are closed. Like, fuck, no.
That's right.
If you scroll through your pantry list and you go, shit, I know I need Romas, it sort of helps them make less mistakes as well. So, online ordering is easy now. Everyone's used to it.
Yeah.
And most people want it. You know what I mean? Because it's just quicker and easier.
It's the day we're going into, we already are into, everything's online, social media now, and it's just so much more easier and more beneficial for everyone, I guess.
Correct. It's just everyone's trying to save time make life easier.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I won't spend too much time on it, but you can do communication. So you can text, email, in-app notifications off the platform. So a lot of people use it for market reports. Send SMSs to all your customers. Tomatoes are high, this is low, whatever it may be.
Will that send them an SMS like to their number or like through through the Supply app?
No, to their number.
Oh, cool. Okay.
You can do order reminders for those handful of annoying pricks that always seem to send through orders at 6 a.m.
All the time.
Ping them every day. Orders shut off in 1 hour. Place your order.
Wow, cool. That's cool. Wow, okay. Yeah. The amount of times you get that, it's like, oh my god, it's 6 o'clock. I've already left the market. I need this, but I've already left. That's a good app. That's a good feature to have.
And look, I'm a chef by trade, so I can say horrible things about them. Difficult pricks at the best of times. It's like, mate, I'll dig you out of the shit today.
Yeah.
But, this is going to cost me $3 fucking hours. By the
No,
time I
that's
finish my
right.
drops, go back, you're not getting it till 3 o'clock this afternoon. Mate,
Yeah.
do not, right? Do you know how
That's
much
right.
time and energy I've got to get into to get this done? And so any little way you can keep giving them a push. But I tell you, once you get people ordering online, they just don't stop. It's
Yeah.
easier, right?
I
When
believe-
they forget
yeah.
is when they've got to call you and leave a voicemail or
That's
write
right.
an SMS, because there are other 3 suppliers they've just ordered on the app. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, fuck, I've got to text Sam, or I've got to write Sam an email, or I've got to
That's
call.
right.
If it's there, they just do it.
Yeah, they say it's in
Um,
front of them. They can't miss it.
Correct. And look, as if and when you grow and have more staff and stuff like that, I won't go into, but you can control what every single staff member can see and do. You know, so that certain people you let do certain things, you know, pricing and customers you don't let them touch, or products. Dude, you can print orders, you can do this, but you can control what everyone does on a really granular level.
Oh, well,
And
okay.
then
Yeah.
you also have an event log. So everything that's done on the system is logged, right? If someone changes a price or fiddles with something, and look, I'll be honest, it's usually the owners of the business that get caught. They go, fucking someone change the fucking price.
That's
And then
exactly
they go,
right.
and then they log on and go, it was you. Oh yeah, I did do that at 3 a.m. I forgot. You know. So
You're exactly right.
it's like a security camera for staff, but it's also just so that you know you're not losing your own mind. It's the same in orders. You have order history if you change a price or change a quantity and all of this sort of stuff. And then look, I won't go through any of our settings, but two-way API with Xero just makes your life easy. You can either let your bookkeeper, your accountant, or you, whoever reconciles your payments, but we send all the information Xero needs and take all the information back as well. Because I imagine, do you enter all your purchases into Xero and that sort of stuff?
Oh, like the ones that we do through Xero, yeah.
Yeah. So any purchase you do, we can push it all through into Xero, because you've got to create the buy list here. You might as well keep and then you know what you've spent every day. You know whether you're making money or losing money. You don't do any B2C, do you? Business to consumer. You don't do patties on a Saturday or anything like that?
No.
No, I won't show you any of that. But no, that's sort of pretty much it. Any questions or queries?
No. So can other providors see me on this app?
No.
See me on. Okay, good.
No. So we control pricing and visibility by logins.
Okay,
if
cool.
someone else gives away your login, you know, restaurant A gives the login to a provider, sure.
Yeah.
But no one can log on and see your prices unless you give someone a login to your portal. They can't get in. And that's how we can control who sees what and what prices. You know, as I said, 2 people can log on and see the same products and the same prices, or 2 can log on and see completely different products and prices.
Okay. No, that's good.
Okay.
Just trying to think. You pretty much nailed everything on the head. I don't really have many questions to ask, really.
All right. Well, I'll show you this. Pricing. So all of our pricing's open book, right? We've got sort of 4 packages. For your order volume, you're down here, right? So there's no secrets deal for him. It is just the more you use, the more expensive it gets. The less you use, the less expensive it gets.
Yeah.
So we've got POS applications. You don't need a POS system, right? Pallets, packing, drivers. You don't need any of those. So you're on the Essentials plan. If you want an app, it adds $75 a month. So you go from $250 to $325. But I don't think you need it at this stage, because it'll add another $3,500 to your setup, which I don't think you need to spend.
Yeah.
And then setup is $2,500. And then the first thing we do is we put you through a training course. So we have modules so you learn how to use the product. Then we work with you. We get all your data off Xero, set up your customers with you, set up your products, your pricing group. And then when you go live, we'll have someone on a computer screen. Or if you want, we haven't had an extra where we'll put a body on the ground with you if you think you need it.
Okay.
I don't think you will. For James to be there at 11 p.m. till 7 in the morning, cost you $1,500. If you need him there, you can. Your volume of orders, I don't think you do. We'll have someone online, and then you're only looking at the 2,500 setup.
Yeah.
And that's So have a sleep, have a think, because I'm sure you're running on fumes at about this time of day.
I've got nothing left in the tank.
That's all right. So I'll late today or tomorrow, I'll send you high-level notes of what we discussed, a copy of the meeting, some videos and a pricing proposal so you can have a look at it. Have a think. Questions will probably come to you over the next 24 to 48 hours.
They always come the day after.
Correct. Whenever someone's not online, you can't talk to them about it.
That's right.
How quickly, if you said yes tomorrow, look, we move as fast as our slowest moving member, which Sam is almost always you. So, we've done a couple of launches in a couple of weeks. Most people are 4 to 8 weeks. If you could do the training in a couple of hours, right? Or you might do it over a couple of days. You could do clients and products in a couple of hours, but it's usually over a couple of days. So, I always say, probably for you, I'd say it'd be around about the 4 to 6 weeks. That's assuming you're a good boy and you do all your homework. So, look, thanks for your time. I'll send you some stuff probably tomorrow morning now to think about it, because I've got to jump into another meeting.
That's fine.
And then we'll go from there.
No, perfect. Thank you for that, Duncan. I really appreciate it. You pretty much hit everything on the head with it. Like I said, I'm sure I'll have more questions for you tomorrow or over the following days. But when you send everything through, I'll have a look over it over the coming days, and we'll keep in contact.
Rock and roll. Have a nice afternoon, Sam.
Perfect. You have a better one. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.